Hey, wait. Before you skip ahead, just to let you know, you can actually watch the full version of this on our Patreon, and you can actually watch next week's episode a full week in advance. I mean, it's very easy. I mean, right down there in the description, or right up here in the corner. Feel free to give it a click, and we'll see you there. This episode, looking at the title of this, I'm actually very hotly anticipating what the hell this is going to be. Yaoyorozu Rising. It's like the Dark Knight Rises. Or
she's just like creates a mask. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Molded by it. I was wondering what would break first. Your eyes or your... Oh, I'm sorry, is that too soon?
Everybody's impression of that guy sucks. Like, all I heard was...
Everybody has a problem. Everybody has an issue. Oh, yes, put it over there. Yes. The thing is, if Tom Hardy would have just spoke instead of trying to be a mix of Sean Connery and Peter O'Toole, I think Bane would have been a lot better, although he became a meme. He became a meme for the longest time.
When I go to the theater to see the movie and I can't understand anything the villain says, like, doesn't make him super intimidating.
No, it doesn't. Instead, I wouldn't have had him say much at all.
It's like he was just trying to listen to Kenny from South Park being the villain for a movie.
Well, if anything, I would have had him be silent for the first part of the film, and during the thing against whenever he battled against Batman in the sewer, the first battle, I would have done it to where he would just talk very minimalist. He would have just been like, the darkness is what I call home. This is not your home. And just...
And the Batman should have been like, what?
No.
I can't understand you.
No, in truth, I'm just projecting. Okay. Instead, he could have just talked normally. Instead of just trying to be all right like this. But instead of, he would have just talked and just been like, it is not upon me to be the I forget his speech that he did. But I was wondering what would break first, your mind or your body, pal.
I always forget the speech that he did because I never understood what it was in the first place. So.
Well, it could have been done a lot better.
It might have been the theater I saw it at. Like, maybe their sound system just made him sound worse than it was, but I couldn't understand the fucker.
The one I saw it at, he sounded okay. He was legible, at least. I can say that.
Yeah, it barely was at the one I saw it at.
Yeah, well, it's not a perfect system. It's not a perfect system. Not at all. So, again, everybody, I'm very excited to see what this episode holds. So, I guess without further ado, let us jump right into it. Yeah, it'll be like Philly D and just let's jump into it. Should have told her that before.
It's like ice climbers here.
I think he did tell her that before.
いや、天敵さ。常闇文影にはね。
エクトプラズム、個性分身。一度に出せる数はだいたい30人。しかしカラオケで2、3曲歌った後は36人くらいいるらしいぞ。
常闇文影の強みは間合いに入らせない射程範囲と素早い攻撃さね。けれど裏を返せば間合いにさえ入れば脆い。母で明日強。課題らしい課題のない優等生。故にあんたが言ったように強力な仲間のわずかな弱点をもサポートできるか否か。
Yeah, it's just like back then.
ハースイさんがいてくれたおかげで随分助けられた。闇ちゃん、見えたわ。ゴールとおそらくご本人。
Oh, crap.
ジャイアントナイス
避けろ足
え、
なんたる万能個性俺もだよダークシャドウお前だけでもゲートを通過しろはいよプロ相手に正面からはしのげんか
マリ見ないでね。先生に気づかれるわ。それにとっても見にくいから。落ち着いて大丈夫よ。トコヤミちゃんとダークシャドウちゃんが強いもの。身動きを封じられたら正気がこっちのみになっちゃうからとっさに飲んだのよ。
なるほど
カフスがかかってる。クリアだ。
強越至極
It's pretty hardcore that she swallowed.
俺のおかげでね
Yikes.
足場がなくなっていくパワーローダー先生の仕業かどうする委員長現場の事件は敵側に有利相手より有利な個性を持つヒーローを呼びに行くのが最良の選択だと思うゲートまでは落とし穴だらけ合体だ
Oh God.
超恥ずかしいんだけど行くぞおしろくんレシプロンバード落ちらもう足に巻きつけろレシプロエクステンド
Yeah.
まあまあ合格だよ
ありがとうございますあと
They can find somebody quick enough.
ちょっとかっこ悪いけど
Oh, he got buried up to his neck.
俺らの番だ行こ
Oh, here we go.
う何でもいい常に何か小物を作り続けろ作れなくなったら相沢先生が近くにいると考えろ見た者の個性を消す瞬きすると溶ける次第俺が引きつけるそしたらお前は脱出ゲートへ突っ走れ
わかりました。
八百万何か出せっつったがなんだそれ
ロシアの人形マトリョーシカですわ。
そうかとりあえず個性に異変があったらすぐ言ってくれ
遊泳の推薦入学者。スタートは同じはずでしたのに。
Seriously? This is not the time and place for this.
Right?
私の方は特筆すべき結果を何も残せて。
八百万マトリョーシカ
と思ったらすぐ行動に移せコラボはまず回避を優先すべきだ
行け
そういうあれかなら好都合だ
燃やすか氷結かですぐ
どっちでもいいが落下先に気をつけろよ
Oh.
Brutal.
いやらしい対策して
Seems like something you would do,
ヒ
Mike.
ーロー殺しの
That's why he's the best character in the show.
私はこのまま逃げ切れる。私どこ走ってる。ダメなんて考えがこれでいいの。
Stop overthinking it, girl.
自信の喪失が見て取れる痛いところはついてくぞ
消されてない。そうそう。すみません、轟さん。
逆走判断を委ねに行ったな
そういや何か言いたげだった
すみません、私やっぱり
何かあるんだよな悪い聞くべきだったこれでいいかって何かあるんだよな
でも轟さんの策が通用しなかったのに私の考えなんて。
いいから早くしろお前2票だったろ1票は俺が入れたそういうことに長けたやつだと思ったからな
轟さん、目を閉じて。
なんだこれ
Flash bomb.
じゃありますと相沢先生に勝利する。
USJ の後遺症発動時間の短縮とインターバルの増加
隠れるんです、2人で。先生の目少し不安定になっているようです。常に氷結の発動確認を。一瞬必ず隙が生じます。 相沢先生が瞬きし轟さんはその一瞬で出せるでしょう。体育祭で見せたあの大氷壁を。
轟の最大出力。相沢先生の武器。
ええ、素材や詳しい製造工程がわからないので全く同じものは作れませんが、その代わりある素材を織り込んだ私バージョンですわ。
布かよ。確かに見えなきゃ消せねえが、デメリットのがでかいだろそれ。上半身だけこれきっかり。かく乱か。
轟さん、地を這う演劇が。
当てに来い。
日ノール合気ご存知ですか。加熱によって瞬時に元の形状に復元する形状記憶合金ですわ。
They got him.
Damn.
こんなすんなりいくか。
カタパルトの発射で私ミスを犯しました。先生は気づいた上で距離を取った。あの隙に防げたはずなのに。
お前は見えたが、轟は布をかぶっていたからな。凍らされると考えた。俺が最前提だと思い引いて、それがお前の策略通りだったわけだ。
You did it.
どうし
Good
た？
job,
気持ち悪
Yaoyorozu.
いか？吐き気には足の甲にあるツボが。
なんだかんだ甘い男だこと。
So Yaoyorozu finally got the confidence.
Got her mojo back.
Yeah. How Stella got her groove back. Seems that there's an after credits sequence here. Let's see what's cooking with it.
第5戦目、うららかさん青山くんチームと13号先生の試験は終盤までもつれて。
Oh crap.
危ない危ない、逃がさないぞ。吸引力の変わらないただ一つの個性。それ言いたいだけ。ピンチだよこれ。僕のコスチュームね。おへそから伝導するんだよね。つまり飲み込むぞ。分子レベルで崩壊するぞ。シャレにならない。なんだ青山くん、デクくんだろ。ねえ、ちょっと待って今。緑谷伊豆くならって考えたろ。彼のこと好きなの？好きなの？好きなの？好きなの？
Really, we're doing this right now?
Okay. So,
Ugh. Well, I mean, they are high schoolers, I guess. So.
well, yeah. I mean, come on. It's young love, isn't it so grand and so stupid? But oh well, it is what it is. So yeah, Yaoyorozu finally overcame her confidence issues, and she got her mojo back, and also showed that Todoroki is still vulnerable to to missteps and mistakes and everything, even though he's fully come to grips with using both powers now. Overall, though, I'd say then of course there's Ida, getting neck deep into trouble, but still him and his team won. And then Tokoyami, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Tokoyami. Oh yeah, Tokoyami.
With Dark Shadow.
Yeah, Dark Shadow. He him and Sue, they actually figured out a way to beat ectoplasm. I mean, that's.
I just think it's cool to see the teachers throw down. I mean,
Oh, the teachers finally turned loose and all that.
I mean, because we've seen Aizawa fight before, and of course All Might. I mean, but just it's just cool.
Oh yeah. Well, Aizawa. He's just ridiculously like talented. It's just the problem is he's physically he's not superhuman.
Mm-hmm.
If he had a little bit more superhuman durability, I think he'd actually be.
I mean, he's like jumping up
scary.
the side of buildings and stuff, so
Well,
he's pretty good.
he's using the tapes and the bandages that he has to do that. Whereas,
I mean, when he flipped backward from that ice wall, that was all calves, baby. He just took that when he landed on that building.
true, very true.
I mean, so he's got something a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
Am I the only one super excited to see what the principal can actually do?
Oh, I'm excited about that too. I want to see what the principal's capable
Apparently,
of.
he can like condense into a ball in Aizawa's collar and just like blah.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, kids?
Like, could you imagine him standing there with a straight face the whole time while you have a giant mouse person just like shuffling around in your scarf?
Right.
Like, all of a sudden, Aizawa's just standing there. He's just like, I don't have any cheese in here. Oh, come on, really? No cheese. I found a cheese. Wait a second. I found a cookie. That's mine. Leave it alone.
Just like comes out like wearing his goggles.
Yeah, I could see that. It's like, is this chewing gum in here? Leave that alone. Watermelon flavored? I figured you'd be like cinnamon or something like that. I said leave it alone.
And it doesn't really make sense how his like raps work, but I give it a cool pass just because
Yeah, rule
it's
of cool.
awesome. But
And then of course
because he
Yaoyorozu-
can almost like telekinetically manipulate them because when he activates his quirk, they like levitate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's something to do with that. Like Yaoyorozu's bandage, which pretty much acted like memory foam or that memory cloth
Yeah.
that you would see in that you saw in like the Dark Knight.
Because he uses his things almost in the same way that the Tape Kid uses his.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, except the Tape Kid's his is like a natural thing.
yeah.
Whereas there's
It's
Aizawa.
just weird that Aizawa can like manipulate those like that.
Yeah.
You think that would be included in his quirks? Like he almost has 2 quirks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I don't.
Maybe that'll come to light later. Maybe it'll end up getting revealed that like yeah, he does have multiple quirks.
I feel like it would have come up. I just feel like it's the rule of cool where it's like this just looks neat and like being able to tie people up while the powers are erased just kind of lends to
Could be.
his
Yeah,
weird
I could see that.
hobo ninja chic.
I remember when he first showed up, Micah. We unified. Like we first watched this. We unified. Just went. That's Micah.
I mean,
And you were just like, because he showed up in the sleeping bag,
seriously, like
It-
that's
and then I was just like, we both looked at you, and we were just like,
that's my jam, man.
Micah?
Yeah.
People were saying in that video the other day where I had the blanket that I went full Aizawa.
Oh yeah, where you covered yourself because it was
Like
pretty
seriously,
cold down here.
I saw like an ad and they were all snowboarding, and then way in the back was Aizawa on a sled in his sleeping bag, just laying there sliding down. And I'm
I
like,
don't
yeah,
want to be here.
Exactly.
I guarantee you, All Might was at the top of the hill and pushed him down.
probably.
All Might was just up there, just like he's like, have fun.
Plus Ultra! He's like, ah.
And then Aizawa was just like, I don't get paid enough for this.
I was cold and didn't want to go back to my car
Yeah,
for my
I know,
jackets.
That's fair enough, Nick.
That's the only way.
Fair
That's
enough.
the only way to be.
Yeah, I mean, however you want to do it, man. God. So, I'm glad that this episode went. I'm glad this episode went well because, damn, they so far the students, save for the first two, Kaminari and Sugar Daddy, they pretty much are the only ones to fail so far, which
sucks.
also, I'm wondering how the hell that 13 is, or that how the whole thing is going to wind up with 13, because I'm worried that 13's just gonna.
I have a bad feeling that they're about to actually fail because him asking her that just completely threw her off track of coming up
Yeah.
with any kind of plan.
And I mean, obviously,
True.
he's not being helpful. Although that is interesting that he can channel, his ray through different parts of his suit, though, but didn't
Yeah.
help because black holes absorb
Yeah.
light. So it's like,
Well,
whoops.
if anything, okay, can something that is 0G still be? Actually, yeah, it can still be affected by a black hole. Yeah,
Yeah.
because even though an object in space is weightless, it can still be affected by a black hole.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like
That's the
super-
thing is I
it's-
really don't think there's actually like they put everyone at a disadvantage versus their
Yeah.
teachers and everything, but
Because if
there's really no way to pass the given tests with their set of powers. given
Uraraka
what-
uses her zero gravity at all, she's getting pulled in.
yeah,
Like, it doesn't-
there. I don't really see any combo that they could pull off that could escape that power.
I don't know either, man. That's what gets me. I'm just
Especially when where they're already hanging on to a pole just to keep from getting sucked into it. Like they're pretty screwed.
and Aoyama's
Yeah.
not really helping anything either. Because he's
I mean, I just don't see like even if he was, I just don't see anything those two could do. I think they got completely like fucked on their matchup.
I feel like if they like held on to each other and Uraraka made him as light as possible and he fired his beam kind of at an angle, they might could do like a slingshot thing, but then that would just shoot him around 13. All she have to do is turn and just keep sucking them up. So
well,
I don't know.
Well, you never know, because there might be another way for them to gain an advantage, because if there's a pillar nearby that they can get behind and then they can try and gain advantage that way. I mean, it's just all relative, because where they're so close together, if they did that to one of them, then 13 would have to turn around, would turn away from the one, and would pretty much leave the other one free to do as they please. So it's a case of divide, like not divide and conquer, but split up and assault, like multiple front assault. That's how you beat 13, because 13's main power can really only be facing one way at a time. That is, unless 13 has two fingers where they can.
That would be terrifying.
Where they could just like fire in both directions.
Which they may.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, 13 may very well have that power, which if they do, that'd be very interesting. But all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to call this one to a close. This was My Hero Academia, Season 2, Episode 22. Hey, 3 2s, what do you know? This was Yaoyorozu Rising. So, hey, we hope that you all enjoyed it. And if y'all are watching this on YouTube and want to see the full version of this, links down below in the description to take you to our Patreon where you can see the full versions of this. And if you want to see more from us, I mean, feel free to click those links down below in the description. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring that bell to stay notified. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment if you got something to say. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Nick.
And we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.